Show is JC and Boss NBA for agency recap. JC's wearing his cowboy gear because JC's still a cowboy for life. I see. He got he rapping in my soul song, Steve. What it is, bro?
Hey, this is the year, man. It all gets started tonight, man.
I hear that. What JC tell me is, bro, for agency been crazy, man. What move so far has really stood out in your mind right now? So far, my guy.
Man, like I say, maybe it's not so much like one particular move. I just think the cluster of different moves throughout the league, man. You know, it seems like the NBA, you know, the free agency, they just been in a hurry, just throw out money. You know what I'm saying? You see what the Lakers are doing with all the deals, 1-year deals they're doing because they had to find veterans. You know what I'm saying? To kind of fill that roster up. For the Lakers, man. So I like some of the moves. You know, they're going to be the oldest team going into the league next year. With average age like 32.8 or something like that for the Lakers, the oldest roster going into next season, man. But I think, you know, I kind of don't sleep on the Malik Monk. That Malik Monk deal, man. I think, you know, playing with LeBron going to find a way to make that young fellow shine, man. I think he's going to definitely be a standout for the Lakers next year, but I don't think that guarantees a championship per se, you know. And there was no like really big blockbuster move or anything like that other than what maybe Kyle Lowry going to Miami, you know. But does that really shift the balance of power, you know, in the East? You know, it's a nice pickup, and he fits what Miami, you know, wants to do. But they'll be good. I don't see them really being able to compete for a championship or anything like that with Kyle Lowry, you know, and Jimmy Butler in the backcourt. But yeah, man, you know, just the flurry of moves and, you know, it seemed like the Lakers are just trying to, you know, they're going all in to try to get LeBron, you know, maybe one more championship before it's all said and done, man.
Well, Dennis Schroeder looks like the dummy of the crew, turning down at 4 years, $84 million. Remember when Noel turned down 4 years and 70 from Dallas, and he ain't made it back since. Like,
yeah, man.
Dennis Schroeder, man, I don't know what he gonna do.
Hey, man, yeah, I know your worth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he had people gassing him, or maybe he had a self-inflated idea of, you know, what type of salary he should be able to command, you know. But you got to know the pecking order. You got to realize the season you had last year, you know, you were trash. So, you know, you kind of had to go into it, you know, kind of humble yourself a little bit. You're not a $100 million player. You know, no matter how you slice it, man. So, you know, like I said, we'll see what happens with him, man. But I think he's going to find. Is he? So he's not going to be able to resign with the Lakers at this point, right? Well,
they have his bird rights, but the signing him up is going to cost them a bunch of money. Do you really want to sign the insurer up to add more to your tax bill?
Yeah, because they have one more spot on the roster.
One or two, I think.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. But he was trash last year, man.
Yeah, he should have took that deal when they offered it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because now he ain't getting 484. He's getting maybe 1 year and 10, if that.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be playing for the minimum wage, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the league minimum 2
California minimum wage. Yeah, that's what we're playing for next year.
Exactly. And the Chicago Bulls getting Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Tony Bradley, and DeMar DeRozan on a 3-year, $85 million deal for DeMar DeRozan, 4 years, $85 million for Lonzo Ball. I think the Bulls are now at least a play-in game team in the Eastern Conference now.
Yeah, definitely, man. They'll be fun to watch. You know, they should be better, of course. You know, but like I said, that's a lot of wings, man. Zach LaVine, DeRozan. Even though DeRozan can kind of play the three a little bit, he can, you know, bring the ball up. He could be a facilitator and all that good stuff. You know, but
Kobe White still there.
Kobe White still on the roster. That's a lot of wings,
Patrick
man.
Williams and Caruso.
Yeah. Like I said, man, like I'm curious to see how it's gonna all come together. You know, but yeah, at least the Bulls will be fun to watch. Like you said, maybe a play-in team for next season, man.
And the Wizards getting Dinwiddie, Montrezl Harrell, Kuzma, some draft picks as well. What are you thinking about the Wizards? I still think them as a fringe play-in game team. They're not gonna make any noise with that roster because the roster really does not match. But it's good for West Unseld Jr. having to work with that maybe have flexibility once you get off of Montrezl Harrell's contract and they got Dinwiddie now, so maybe. But I don't see them being no more than a play-in game team. I don't see them being top 6 at all.
Yeah, like I said, Dinwiddie going over to team up with Bradley Beal. It's decent. It's a decent pairing right there. But like I said, I don't see them being able to pretty much do anything different than they did last year with Westbrook. Still, like I said, kind of a fringe playoff team if it all comes together. Got the draft picks, got a little capital to work with. Maybe they can build, going forward into see, next season or something like that. But yeah, I still see about the same. Maybe a 7 seed, 6 seed at best, 7 seed, 8 seed, somewhere in that range, the East Conference, man.
Like, Charlotte traded away Devontae Graham to the Pelicans. I don't know what they're doing either in Charlotte. I don't think they really improved that much in Charlotte for my liking. It's still in that same area, play-in game, or missing the playoffs altogether. Then the Knicks, they pretty much ran it back when added Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. Does it really address the issues of shooting and scoring? I don't know because Tom Thibodeau is the knee killer, and I feel bad for Kemba Walker's knees and Fournier because he don't know what load management means or taking them some minutes off. So, what's your thoughts about the Knicks, man?
You know what? Maybe I should start off with the Knicks. That's probably the team I think that has really improved their chances going forward in the Eastern Conference because they had some real sneaky kind of low-key pickups that I think are going to, provide, dividends, next season, man. Like, Coach Tibbs, we all know, how to coach, how to, put it together, man. Hard-nosed defense. But they can score the ball also in New York, man. And, like I said, I think, they're going to probably be somewhere in the same range, 4th, 5th seed, in the Eastern Conference. But I think, with these pickups, they may be able to advance, out of the first round next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they got the experience this past season going up against the Hawks and, getting that experience, getting some more proven guys, veteran guys on the team now, man. I think the Knicks could possibly, make some noise, maybe go into the second round and threaten, maybe play for a Eastern Conference title there, man.
And the Hawks pretty much stayed intact. Coming back with Gordy Jane, Lou Williams, Trey Young on a max deal. John Collins got 125, JC. Of course, he wanted the max. Would you have given John Collins 5 years, 125 with a player option in year 5? Would you have done that deal with John Collins?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have my ear to the streets like you do down there, in Atlanta when it comes to the Hawks, man. I think he's a good player. I think he's a building block. In the way the market is set up, the way things are going, like you have to pay that type of money, for these young guys, man. But I would have probably maybe done like the 4-year deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 4-year, 100 million maybe.
Yeah.
He's stuck with that player option in year 5. He can opt in that player option in year 5, make it 125.
Right. I'll probably do a 4-year deal, man, and then kind of see where we're at towards the end of the deal if you want to extend it or not, man. But like I said, I think he's a building block though, But like I say, man, it's Trey Young getting his money, that big extension deal, you know what I'm saying? What was it, 205?
Well, now see, let me tell you about that. That was Woj boosting for Omar Wilkes. It's 5 years, 171. He has to make all the NBA to get 207.
Oh, okay.
It's that Derrick Rose provision.
You
gotta be all NBA or MVP. So Woj was doing some boosting for him and saying it. Nah, it's really because they're saying that Trey Young's a top 6 guard in the NBA. He makes all the NBA. We know he ain't that.
Right.
So it's 5 years, 171.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. See, that's nothing to it. I saw that Shams and Woj were playing funny money with the agents tell them to say. Because if you do the actual cap math, some of them deals don't add up what they were saying.
Right.
They were doing some boosting.
Right.
For the agents. I'm like, come on, man. Like, okay, example. Rashawn Holmes, early bird rights make his deal 4 years, $46.4 million. But they said 4 and 55.
Right.
It's nowhere near.
I
That's
feel.
some
Yeah.
hellified rounding right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. So yeah, the Eastern Conference to me, bro. If I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, I'm looking at Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami, then going down the line to Philadelphia. Then I'm gonna look at Boston, the Knicks, Atlanta, Indiana, Chicago. To me, that's why I was leery about John Collins' deal, because the Hawks, I know better. Okay, put this. The Hawks are gonna be no better in the East with or without him. That was my stance.
Right.
I love JC the person,
Yeah.
but with or without JC the person,
Yeah.
we're no better. We're still in that 6 at best,
Yeah.
10th at
I feel.
worst.
I feel.
he does not push us above any team in Eastern Conference.
I got you.
Besides the bottom
I got
feeders.
you. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I wouldn't have did it.
I feel.
Now, but degrees. Let's go to degrees here.
Mm-hmm.
The trade for Steven Adams, Bledsoe, using the cap space, not bringing back Winslow and Jonte Porter, declining the options, and drafting Zaire Williams, who you could have maybe got at 17. What were the thoughts about the people in Memphis about those moves? Because Kleiman been doing a good job, but this is the first questionable move they've made since Kleiman's took over.
Exactly. Like, and that's fair to mention that he has done a hell of a job, except for the Winslow pickup. But yeah, like, we were all scratching our heads, man, because once we got to 10, and you still had Moody available, you still had with Book Knight from UConn available. We were thinking it was gonna be one of those two guys. Like I think they had their heart set on hoping that Giddey would be available, or Wagner would have been available there. You know what I'm saying? But once they were gone off the board, you still had Moody, you still had Book Knight. So we were all like, okay, like I wanted Moody. I was, campaigning for Moody, before the draft, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought he could have fit in, he could have contributed day one, for us next season, man. But like, hey, man, they definitely threw a curveball at us, man. And they went with the kid from Stanford, Zaire Williams, who played, with Bronny on that LeBron at high school Sierra Canyon team, man. Play with young Bronny, man. So man, I was disappointed, but like I said, after a few days, man, and then kind of just seeing their thought process behind it, they're saying they don't think that they got intel that he wasn't going to be there at 17. There was rumors that even Orlando was thinking about maybe taking a flyer on Zaire Williams as well, man. But his frame, his his size, he's kind of like, it's like the trendy thing now to get these big, these tall, lanky wings, right? In the hopes they can maybe grow into Kevin Durant one day. So like the big lanky wing in the NBA is starting to become like the new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody has to have a quarterback. Like if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have anything.
No
And
doubt.
in the NBA now, like if you don't have a 6'8", 6'9" wing, you know what I'm saying, that can score, that can shoot, that can stretch the defense, stretch the floor, that can facilitate. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have anything in this league. So I think that was the process. And they thought that, why not take a flyer on him? Why not try gamble a little bit in hopes that maybe in a few years he can blossom into a solid, starter, a solid number 2 player, maybe behind Ja, as number 2, man. So that's what, we was thinking here in Memphis, man. Everybody was kind of, in their feelings, as I was, right after that pick. But once we see, how it develops and how it goes, they're going to be patient with him. There's no rush. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Last 2 for JC. I know you got to get to go watch your boys here. Last
Yes,
2 for you. Portland. They Ben McLemore, Cody Zeller, keeping a Norman Powell. That's going to keep Damon Lillard there. That's all friends moves. So Dame's on trade watch. Nothing's been done to make them marginally better. So
absolutely.
I'm looking at Dame. The clock is going to be, hey, I'm out of here.
Right. Absolutely, man. Like I said, I think all season long, man, it's just going to be a season long drama. You know, like where will Dame go? Will Portland trade him? And you know, if he's, you know, Dame is going to be a professional. He's going to go out there and play. But you know, if there's, you know, murmurs, you know, behind the scenes that he wants out, as he's already kind of alluded to during the offseason, you know, you don't want an unhappy superstar, you know, and even though they got him locked in for what, about three, four more seasons. So
3, yes.
yeah, so you know, the ball's all in their court, but if he's gonna be unhappy, you know, why not just try to see what you can get for him at this point? And just because, you know, you're not gonna win, you weren't winning anything with him and CJ McCollum, you know, at the time, these last few seasons. So why not go ahead and try to rebuild and just see what you can get for him, man?
And last one, Golden State. This is kind of a combo draft free agency. Golden State has reloaded beneath the core of Draymond, Steph, and Klay. They've reloaded with young guys below them. So I'm thinking when those guys get better, Golden State dynasty may still keep on going because, you know, you got those core 4 locked in when they went and reloaded with young guys now. So Golden State could be around for a little while longer. But people who hate them may not deal with it for years to come now.
I don't hate them, but I think their reign of terror is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like every dynasty, every team has their run. Like you rarely ever see, other than with the Patriots, you know, in sports, you know, where dynasties can stop and, you know, after a season or two and then pick right back up again and be, you know, another dynasty run. Like what Golden State did was crazy, you know, 5 straight finals. You know what I'm saying? But I think that their time in the sun is done. They'll be a good team. They'll be a playoff team. I'm not sure if Klay Thompson is going to be able to bounce back. And you know what I'm saying, back to his former self, man, after suffering 2 devastating, you know, leg injuries like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's gonna be he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's gonna be the Klay Thompson of old though. You know, Draymond's getting older, Steph is getting older. He's still, you know, top 5 player in the league, but I just don't think that they're gonna be able to, you know, recapture that same type of magic again, man. They may, you know, they may get close in the playoffs, but I bet you this, boss. Golden State with Steph, Dre, and Klay going forward, they'll never make another NBA Finals. You heard it here first, man.
Mark it down. Well, that's why we have him on the show here, the host of Sisters AF Podcast. JC Smith, known Cowboy for Life fan, repping the colors as we speak. JC, we'll catch up again next week, my guy. Hold it down, but and be safe in the city of Memphis. Some cases are getting higher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm about to go give me a cowboy face mask now, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, hold it down, bro. I'll talk to you next week,
All
my
right,
guy.
My guy. I'll get it with you.
No doubt.
Okay. Yes, sir.